Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise for our procession, and please stay standing for the singing of our alma mater and our opening prayer. The alma mater can be found on the back of your program.
We begin our prayer this afternoon in the name of the Father.
Let us pray in gratitude for the many blessings of our time here together. We thank you, Lord, for our teachers and advisors, our family and loved ones who have prepared us for this day. We offer them all to you in prayer. We ask you, Lord, for your loving care of our classmate Rihanna. Please watch over her, give her strength, and protect her. As the middle school chapter of our lives, as the class of 2023 closes, let us never forget the memories we have made, the people we have met, and the lessons we have learned. Soon, a new year is about to begin, full of potential, and we ask for your grace as we embark upon it.
Loving God, we present our students to you, and we give glory to you, whose power, working in them, can do infinitely more than we can ask or imagine. May they look beyond themselves so that they will respond to the call of Cornelia Connolly to meet the wants of the age. Let them become holy as they follow your will and discover what you created them to be. Enable them to grow in generosity and let their eyes see the goodness in each person as they did on the midnight run, and help them to have hearts full of love and compassion just as they showed to the children at Head Start. May they continue to value the reward of working for justice, and may they be ever joyful.
We ask this in the name of the risen Jesus, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, world without end. Amen.
Please be seated. Welcome, parents, extended family, friends, faculty, and administration, and of course, the class of 2023 to our 8th grade moving out ceremony. My name is Melissa Dan, and I'm the head of school, and welcome to our campus. Today we recognize 24 exceptional girls on the completion of their middle school years. These years, as a former middle school teacher, are often filled with so much growth and change and challenges. However, our girls have navigated this time with humor and grace, ready to take on what is next. So, girls, whether you've been with us for just 1 year or for 4, our middle school will always be a crucial step on your life's journey. So on behalf of all of us here at Holy Child, we thank you for allowing us to be a part of your childhood. As your teachers, your parents, your family members, and friends, it was an honor to be a part of this stage in your life. And now that you're at the end of your middle school career, years filled with questions and answers, challenges and triumphs, I hope you've learned the most important lesson of all. You are enough. You are intelligent, you are kind, you're confident, you're humble, you are creative, you are generous, you can lead, and I can see serve. You are both gracious and fierce, and you are enough just as you are. And I hope this gives you the courage and actually realize that you have the courage to take on whatever happens next. And as you know, I can't promise the road ahead will always be necessarily easy or without its challenges, but I can promise you that you have everything you need, each of you, to make your own path and become more yourself each passing day. And with this wonderful sense of self you're developing, with the love and support of your family, and your faith in God and in each other, literally, there is nothing you can't handle. You inspire me each day. The way I've seen you all care for each other is inspiring, and we all here are so proud of you. So I would now like to introduce our middle school dean, Monique Gordon-Onfall, class of 2006, who will offer her reflections on the class of 2023.
As the middle school dean, it has been my pleasure getting to know these 24 young women of conscious inaction over the course of this school year. As leaders in our middle school, you have taken on numerous leadership roles and set a great example for our younger students. From participating in the middle school fun run, planning our Thanksgiving prayer service, gathering and wrapping the 8th grade Christmas gifts for the Cornelia Conley Center in New York City, organizing the 8th grade Head Start book collection, to the 8th grade breakfast run, every one of you helped make these events special and successful. You care about each other as well as those in our nearby communities. You are truly a class that has a spirit for volunteering, community service, and advocacy work, the tenets of Holy Child. When you look back on your middle school experience, I hope you remember all the lessons you learned and the good times you've enjoyed. Perhaps you will fondly remember your 5th or 6th grade overnight to Camp Hazen, your Mission to Mars expedition in 6th grade, or your 7th grade science trip to Cape Cod. Our Broadway experience was a wonderful excursion, Seeing to Kill a Mockingbird, or most recently, our trip to New York City a few weeks ago. Perhaps you'll look back at the many classes and teachers you've experienced over the years. Your highlight might even be having relaxing conversations in advisory or participating in the school liturgies. Whatever it may be, I hope you cherish these memories. In 9th grade, I hope you will continue to be busy bees, embodying our 8th grade bulletin board slogan, "Have courage and be kind, only positive vibes in our hive." These 24 unique girls that sit before you today have been busy worker bees, working to learn all that they can learn, working to make a difference in the world around them, and working to be better versions of themselves with each passing day. Girls, in keeping with our bee theme, did you know that there are over 20,000 different species of bees in the world? In each colony, there are 3 types of bees. There is the drone, the worker, and of course, the queen bee. This year, I can honestly say that there is no one queen bee in your grade. You are all potential leaders that work well together. Continue to be a connected colony of worker bees. As Cornelia Conley said, there are no drones in the beehive of the Holy Child. As a class, you've had your ups and downs, but you are advocates for one another and you are never afraid to speak your mind. I want you to continue to be confident. As you move on to the upper school, know that you have been given the tools to succeed. Have confidence in your abilities and your friendships. Be kind. Be kind to everyone that you meet. Jesus modeled this behavior, and you all can be welcoming and friendly to those that you encounter. Be a good friend. Your friends are part of what makes coming to school so special. They are your sisters when you are away from home. They brighten your day and share happy and difficult experiences with you. Be there for your friends, but also remember to choose wisely. Be a good listener. Listening is one of the most difficult things to do. Often, we all just want to talk and be heard. Listen to your friends, listen to your teachers, and please listen to your parents. They do know what they are talking about, sometimes. You are all future leaders, and in order to be a good leader, you need to listen. Be helpful. In general, you are a very helpful class. I need only say, "Can I have some volunteers?" And I have more than enough. Continue to have that generous volunteer spirit. Be spontaneous. It's always good to have a plan, but sometimes you should just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the spontaneous days here at school when you have an unplanned activity, class trip, or HC Spirit Day. Be awesome. Being a Holy Child girl is one of the things that makes you awesome. Be yourself. Know that you do not need to impress anyone else. Being yourself is more than enough, and if people don't like it, that's just too bad. Lastly, be fearless. Don't be afraid to take risks in class and try something new. You don't have to be afraid that you will make a mistake. Mistakes are what help us grow and learn. Go out there and make the world a better place. Our founder, Cornelia Conley, said, "Be yourself. Only make that self all that God wants it to be." Be your true self and share all the gifts and talents you possess. The world is waiting for you. Congratulations to the class of 2023. This is only the beginning. Now, grades 5, 6, and 7 will share their gift of song with the class of 2023.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown 'em out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, 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 Another round of bullets in my skin. Will fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the stars. We are warriors, and that's what we won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we're glorious. The sharpest words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown 'em out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, 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 When the sharpest words try to cut me down, I'm gonna send the flood, gonna drown 'em out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, oh, oh,
6 years ago, we started a tradition that I hope continues for many years to come. So girls, in an effort to make your moving up ceremony more personal for you, you were asked to reflect on each of your classmates. In a word or phrase, you described each girl in their very best version of themselves. Your words are gifts, positive, respectful, and celebratory of each other's individuality. With the help of a computer program called Wordle, we have taken your individual thoughts and created a painting of words for each of you, and yes, of course, our Holy Child Griffin plays a part. Here's an example of one of the graphics. Your name is emboldened and all of your gifts surround you. As I call your name, I will read some of the words that celebrate you. Your Wordle and certificates are enclosed in the same envelope, and I ask that you wait until after the ceremony to open them. Ms. Stan and Ms. Patoki will present you with your certificates. Sophia Amador. Sophia is spirited, positive, and unique. Phoebe Angelone. Phoebe is athletic, caring, and creative. Campbell Billingsley. Campbell is determined, reliable, and strong. Caitlin Chivelli. Caitlin is polite, spiritual, and loving. Allie Dalbrez Sullivan. Allie is musically gifted, respectful, and kind-hearted. Caitlin Davis. Caitlin is patient, joyful, and generous. Meredith Gillespie. Meredith is considerate, energetic, and welcoming. Kendall Giordano. Kendall is fearless, sweet, and always singing. Lily Hajar. Lily is sincere, positive, and selfless. Michaela Ketke. Michaela is reliable, fearless, and inspiring. Alexandria Lasala. Lexi is unique, determined, and chill. Ruby Lynch. Ruby is hysterical, athletic, and hardworking. Finley McCullough. Finley is giving, calm, and friendly. Mary McGrory. Solène is bright, honest, and wise. Anya McManus. Anya is carefree, confident, and genuine. Lindsay Mulvoy. Lindsay is motivated, giving, and a problem solver. Delia Olani. Delia is resourceful, hardworking, and creative. Ella Rickens. Ella is patient, gracious, and humble. Atalanta Robotham. Addie is encouraging, inclusive, and upbeat. Neve Wren. Neve is charismatic, talented, and brilliant. Elizabeth Sempervivo. Lily is witty, diligent, and endearing. Tessia Soja. Tess is lighthearted, smiley, and an original. And Campbell Steer. Campbell is adventurous, athletic, and passionate. Let us all give the class of 2023 a warm round of applause.
Government for the 2019 to 2020 school year.
It is my pleasure to introduce Lindsay Mulvoy, the middle school student government president. When Lindsay ran for president last year, her platform was to include more activities that blended the grades together. She worked hard this year to make sure that there were ample opportunities for girls across the grades to work together and make lasting connections. This was certainly evident in the Hand to Hand Club that she co-moderated. Hand to Hand sponsors two blind twin orphans in Ecuador, and Lindsay learned how to type Braille and then taught the other girls how to make it, to create a coloring book to send to them, to Justin and Alan in Ecuador for Christmas. Like all members of her grade, Lindsay is compassionate and caring. But based on the state of the 8th grade locker room on a daily basis, this is where I think Lindsay stands apart. She loves to organize everything. Seriously, Lindsay could give Marie Kondo a run for her money, and if she grows up and becomes an organizational specialist, I want to hire her first. Lindsay, I have loved getting to know you over the years. I know your classmates are eagerly anticipating what you have to say, so I'm going to turn the podium over to you now.
My Holy Child's experience, along with 4 other people here on stage, started in 5th grade. The 5 of us were excited to begin a new school, but secretly scared for what was in store. As we sat awkwardly all together in the dining hall, wondering where to go at the end of lunch and how to get there, we could not have imagined this day and the way things have played out. Over the last 4 years, our class has grown into the 24 of us sitting here today. While we have each gone through challenges more difficult than learning how to navigate the dining hall, we have been together from the start, supporting each other and being strong for one another. Every year, we have become closer to one another through our classes, trips, performances, athletics, Holy Child traditions like Griffin Day, and our time together in the locker room before and after school. Our class has become a cohesive group that is enthusiastic to participate in any and all things, compassionate towards one another by accepting everyone's differences, and fun to be around. The many things that we have learned and experienced throughout our middle school years are what have made us who we are today. On a day like this, now is a good time to look back at all we have accomplished. When we are together on bus rides, our grade likes to sing old TV show theme songs. I thought today we could use some of those songs to help us look back at our memories. 5th grade gave us some good friends like in Zoe 101. The theme song starts with "Are You Ready?" and we are not at all ready for our first Griffin Day. I remember that when Griffin Day was announced at morning meeting, we were all confused. As the day went by, we realized how fun and special it actually was as we bounced around in the bouncy castle. Now, we are always ready for Griffin Day. In 6th grade, our class doubled in size to 14 people, allowing us to make new connections that continue to grow stronger each day. During 6th grade, we took an overnight trip to Camp Hazen, where we ziplined during the day and then at night put on an impromptu performance of The Voice. I was the host because I cannot sing. 7th grade was full of even more new experiences. The 7th grade Cape Cod trip is one of my and my class's favorite middle school memory. In just 3 days, we learned and experienced so many things as a grade, like how to put probes in a salt marsh. We also learned that after a long bike ride, Ben & Jerry's is the best. This year, we again grew in number as we became the leaders of the middle school. 8th grade came with new responsibilities, and like in the iCarly theme song, we learned there's no chance unless you take one. We took on roles at Head Start, the Cornelia Connolly Stocking Stuffers, and the Midnight Breakfast Run. Along with the added responsibilities of being in the 8th grade, this year also gave us memories that we'll never forget, such as the New York City trip. From the Color Factory to Chelsea Market, the Brooklyn Bridge, and watching movies in the hotel room, we all had a blast. And if you ask our chaperones, we definitely were enthusiastic and fun to be around. Throughout these 4 years, we have all grown, taken chances, and stepped out of our comfort zone, learning many lessons in and out of the Holy Child campus. What we started together during the past 4 years of growth in middle school will finish today at the end of moving up. However, as we begin our next chapter in the upper school, we will take with us our accomplishments, the memories we have made, and the lessons we have learned from both our successes and failures throughout the halls of the middle school.
As many of you are aware, we have 2 leaders in our middle school community who will be leaving Holy Child at the end of the year. Miss Gina Romeo, our school nurse, has earned a very well-deserved retirement. There is no doubt that her care for all of us, both physically and emotionally at times, will be missed. In addition, Miss Gordon Anafal, our middle school dean, will be moving to China to be with her husband. Miss Gordon Anafal's support of all of us and her commitment to Holy Child has been deeply felt in her time here as both an alum and as our dedicated dean. Will Miss Romeo and Miss Gordon Anafal please come to the stage to receive your flowers as a token of our appreciation and celebration of you, and Phoebe Angelone and Meredith are going to help give those flowers. Thank you. Lastly, the girls wanted to honor their classmate and friend, Rihanna Carvin, in a very special way since she could not be here with us today. With the help of their immensely talented and helpful art teacher, Mrs. Seaman, they have created this beautiful bouquet filled with their smiling faces, and the biggest flower in the center is, of course, for Rihanna. Will Rihanna's sister, Kira, come to the stage to accept this bouquet and certificate on Rihanna's behalf? We know these gifts will undoubtedly make Rihanna's day, and to use the words from Rihanna's Wordle, Rihanna is joyous, conscientious, and talented, and I happen to know she's very fashionable too. Congratulations.
Before our closing prayer, I would like to say a few thank yous for those who do so much behind the scenes. Thank you, Ms. Bishop and Mr. Jodas, for your gift of music. Thank you, Mr. Yan, for all your technical support. Thank you, Mr. Vajaki, the entire maintenance staff, and Chef Karen and her staff for your support and willingness to help at all of our special events here at Holy Child. Thank you, Mrs. Archibald and Mrs. Kohler, for your presence, planning, and guidance at every single event here at Holy Child. Thank you, Ms. Witt, for helping me with the memory book. It is a beautiful keepsake for the girls. One more note before we conclude. After our closing prayer and recession from the theater, please join us for a reception. Please rise for a closing prayer led by Mrs. Curran Souther, 77, and Campbell Billingsley, 23.
Just as we began our school year in prayer, we end our moving up ceremony by asking for God's blessing. We thank God for the class of 2023, our time together as middle school students, and for all who have worked to see us to this special moment in our lives.
In gratitude, we remember the many ways this class has lived out the words of Venerable Cornelia Conley, the founder of the Holy Child Schools, to be young women of conscience and action. We thank God for their wonderful example of love of neighbor and their deep commitment to caring for those in need. We thank God for guiding the members of this class to use their service work to embody another Cornelia quote, "What one is called to do, she is called to do with all her might." We thank God for calling these young women to share his love with the people who come into their lives and to do so with all their might.
As the middle school years of our lives come to an end, new opportunities await us. We pray that our joy, compassion, and generosity will continue to help us reflect God's love in everything that God may call us to do in high school and throughout our lives. Amen.